We are back again with the team we used yesterday. As I said, scanty on teams right now, so I'm maybe using teams twice. And the upside of that is that you can see the progression from the first time I'm using the team to like not knowing what the hell happens to the second run. So we're gonna load up a game right now as we're facing Norman. Norman, why did I say it like that? Norman, the gym leader himself. Very interesting squad. So immediately, if I were to break down the process, what can he guard against? My offensive Pokemon are Glade. I keep calling it Glade. Iron Valiant, which rocks Moonblast, which can KO this, can 2-hit KO this, potentially 2-hit KO this, potentially 2-hit KO, 2-hit KO everything, potentially with rocks. This definitely, if it's not bulky, will get 2-hit KO. This I'm not so sure. With my Terra Fairy, so that's gonna be very, very, very handsome versus his squad. Garchomp, in conjunction with Earthquake plus Draco. He only has one Earthquake switch in the Dragonite. Tinglu as well, but you know it's not as reliable. So Iron Valiant is gonna be my biggest threat to his squad. In fact, it could straight up sweep him. Now the question is, how do I protect myself? What can I guard against? Goldengo is alright. I mean, he'd have to trick my picks. Azu shut down by Pex. I have a poison type, so he can't poison anybody, which is great. Pex shuts down Dondozo. So Pex is really hard for him to deal with. In fact, it's almost impossible once he tricks his Choice Scarf away. My Goldengo's Choice Scarf is decent, but it's not the most important thing. Now looking at Great Tusk. Great Tusk can do a lot of work, assuming the Dondozo dies. So the question is, what do I want to do? I think the least downside option is a Garchomp starting this game off. I definitely want Glamora hit. Want Glamora hit pronto. My reasons for this is, it could be like, I've seen random Choice Scarf Terra Ice before in life, but this is his primary means of dealing with my Iron Valiant. Well, I would say primary means of dealing with Iron Valiant, but one, the Toxic Spikes will be a non-existent factor, and the only thing you'll have left to switch in on this is Goldengo, which obviously has to trick or not have recovery. If Goldengo goes down, Pex has a really swell time versus his team. I don't have an alternative play. I could Draco Meteor, which would prevent him from getting up his is it better to spike here? Spike then Earthquake. Mortal Spins. I'll just Earthquake. It's Sash, as I figured. And then I can spike next turn. Toxic Debris. Let me see what he goes for. Stealth Rock. Okay. So he has Stealth Rock this game. Me spiking is too big. I mean, Dracoing is too big of a risk for him. What I'd assume. I think should have what spikes, and then if I spike here and he spikes back, what? If he Mortal Spins, my Chomp is poison. I don't want my Chomp poison. I'll just Earthquake once more. Tinglu makes sense as well. So we'll spike to kill off the you get what I'm saying? To kill off the. So what this does is that it either forces his Goldengo to hard switch in on me, which will die in one hit, or we'll see. We'll see how he plays his Goldengo. Because this is a big problem for him. He can't force this out. Right. The only way he can do something is by going hard to Goldengo. And so this allows for me to go for Toxic hard. There's no reason not to. Actually EQs straight up, which is great. So let's see, Whirlwind's here. My Great Tusk gets to come in. Good play. Valiant. And now he sacks his Glamora. Let me think. If I double out Great Tusk here, what would his countermeasure be? You try to go back to the. He actually it's gonna give up the Tinglu. So I get Garganical. So, let me think. Gargi. He spikes here, obviously predicting rocks. Yeah, that's a big turn there. Tinglu's gone, so let's take a look time and assess this. He's very weak to my Goldengo now, as he opts for Goldengo hard, which is very surprising. Maybe because he saw, yeah. So this obviously entices my Goldengo to come in. Problem is he doesn't have any answer for that. Do I want to Salt Cure this and let this get leftovers? If it gets leftovers, then I just Terra Fairy and annihilate him. But if he has Recover, I don't want Garganical. I don't want Garganical. So let me think about this. I could Terrestrialize Flying and Trick. I don't need my choice card for this. Yeah. Now he's in trouble. For a couple of reasons. One, because I mean now I can't Terra my cover. He sacks his he always sacks Glamora here. I'll just recover. I don't know why he went hard on Dozo. This is max special defense. That's probably why. What's my item? Heavy duty boots. He's boots as well. Obviously, Pex 1v1s. Thinking if there's any double he could make that would shut down Pex. Waterfall, no. For recover here, we want to punish the Goldengo as much as possible. Probably goes for a bit of luck, yeah. So now we're to the point where one, he can't Terra the. What could he win with if he could win? He'd need to be with Azu. So we keep Toxapex at the utmost at all times, no matter the cost. His best bet here would be to what? To Shadow Ball and hope. If I go Garganical and he tricks, is that worth it? Alternatively, Shadow Balls. Tricks or Shadow Balls. So I'll go Garchomp. It's the least useful, and it's the one thing that wouldn't die to anything. Shadow Balls, yeah. So the beauty of this is that now I can go Gargani. Surprised he went Dondozo. I'm faster than Dondozo, right? Actually don't know. Yeah, I'm faster. And this is where shit gets mad annoying. So obviously you predict recover. It's irrelevant anyway. You go Goldengo, I get to protect to see what you go for. You gotta make it rain. But the problem with making it rain is that I get to go to Pex, and there's nothing you can do to my Pex. I guess he could go for extreme speed. The problem is now I get to go Great Tusk. Okay. I sack Chomp. We go for Make It Rain again. Now he has one more switch in. So what do I win with? Pex. So we recover again here. Yeah, D9 gets to come in. I doubt EQ can 2 a KO. Because yeah, he needs to somehow get past Pex. I know he's max defense Dondozo. Max def Dondozo. By the confidence through which he switched it on my I could recover, but I don't want to waste a turn recovering. So now if he even no matter what he doubles to, yeah, so Goldengo is dead. Man, the heavy duty boost is super clutch. That's actually kind of funny. So now he's in desperate straits, so he's gonna trick 100%. I want Valiant because it can trick the Dondozo and it can power through. So what don't I keep here? I give up Grady. Great one, he gets to trick. Oh, he actually goes to make your aim. Surprises me. Okay. Recover here every time, then surf. Positionally, we want Pex to be actually goes hard D-Knight. Let's see. Recover here. Roost. Me not having my hazards matter, but it is what it is. Get to surf here. Sack Goldengo. So now Garganical is a real problem. I gotta be mindful of the turns that I use on my Valiant. But Pex is almost impossible for him to phase out. So now I get to go Goldengo. Yeah. I keep forgetting I have heavy duty boots, so I didn't actually need to fear extreme speed. But yeah, now we just shot a ball. Gives up Goldengo. So Dondozo is gonna try to Salt Cure. It's gonna try to curse up and whatnot. I have a couple ways I can go about this. I'll go the Pex route because I have Haze. There's nothing to fear. He can curse all day. We'll just invalidate all of his boosts. Yeah, and get him to rest. Then we go to Garganical. Let's see if he has. It doesn't matter if he has Sleep Talk. Figured he wouldn't use it even if he did. We recover here every time in case he sacks. Man, Salt Cure is an annoying ass move. God damn, Garganical is annoying. And I can any point. How much is he losing per turn? Who cares? We just go hard Pex every time. Yeah. How many recovers have we used? Scurf. Yeah, I think I should be straight no matter what now. Thinking what could he do? I just toxic here. Finally sacks Glamora. He can't body press. He can't so he rests finally. And I'd assume he tried to Salt Cure back. I'm using the leftovers. I'm a double toxic. There's no point in me switching the Pex out, but I knew he has to double the Azu that turn if he's gonna do anything with it. And then we just haze spam. Yeah. So yeah, I like how I played that one. There are a lot of things to consider because I didn't know what the Azu was gonna do. Us getting up that crucial spike was a big deal because that Goldengo kept coming in and out as you saw. And I figured that would happen, but I needed to make sure he didn't trick on the right turn. And we saw how fucking annoying Garganical is. Jesus. The Terraflying turn on the turn he went Dragonite and Trick was critical as well. Because not only that, I took his heavy duty boots. And truth be told, I could have probably destroyed him earlier. I just forgot that I had the boots. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to go take rocks, take 25% and any extreme speed to it KOs me. Which he probably wouldn't have. But if he terra'd, I don't think he terra'd that game. I don't remember. Dondozo, Dragonite, Glamora didn't terra. His Goldengo didn't terra. Azu didn't terra. I don't remember the other one. Yeah, but I don't think he terra'd either. So he still had the terror in the bag from Dragonite, so we wanted to be mindful of that. This guy has a Pinchurikin, so he's already the greatest of all time. That boots Valiant. My Pex walls almost everything on his team. Great Tusk destroys almost everything on his team. I'm afraid of a random ass Hurricane Dragonite, because other than that, Great Tusk would eat him alive. I actually want to kill his this early, so my own Iron Valiant can Thunderbolt through his team. So what I'm looking at is overwhelming early with Chomp, luring in this, destroying that. Garganical guards against the majority of his team. Like, it's very hard for him to switch into Garganical. Pex can only come in on Pex. Goldengo's Shadow Ball is, there's no resistance, so he has to use Pex for that. The thing I can't guard against is Shireen boosted Gallade. That's a problem. Especially if it has like Terra Ghost or something. So I want to be mindful of that. Keep Garganical pretty much off the field until it's Gallade time. Pex isn't coming on the field either. Yeah, so phase 1 is going to be, I wanted Iron Threads, but I'll take Pinchurican. I could see this being like some random Terra down. Somebody in this bitch has something to hit me with. Or he just wanted the terrain up. See what Assault Vest, Earthquake. Dragonite typically cannot harm Garchomp. What's the long-term play? If he stays in, what does he do? Spike? I don't think there's much to lose by spiking. I don't want to lose a turn him going like Air Balloon Goldengo or Hard Dragonite, and I don't want to tear up my Garchomp on the off chance that Dragonite has a random ice spinner. I haven't seen Ice Spinner in a long time, but I lose a turn versus if he gets up a spike, so be it. It's not the end of the world, especially because I have Great Tusk, and then I can EQ him the next turn. But I'll have that Punisher for the switching in back and forth with his Goldengo and his Valiant potentially. So he leaves it into spike. Okay, so he was just gonna give it up. So we trade a spike. Here comes the Valiant that we talked about. His special attack boosting. I could Terra Fire and kill him here. My qualm is if he's like random Thunderbolt. Special attack boosting. Do I need my Terra for anything else? Garganical would be Terra Fairy. Do I need to be Fairy in this game? Fairy helps me. It helps me a lot. What to do here? Terra Fire would kill this, and then if I don't kill it, I lose my Terra type, and it makes the game a little harder. Not overwhelmingly difficult, but certainly harder. I'm gonna Terra Fire, Fire Blast here. I don't think I died. If Terra Fairy says Moon Blasting, please fucking don't drop my special attack. God damn, boy. He would have been dead if my special attack didn't get dropped, but he's certainly spexed. Well, yeah, I mean, that kind of damage are probably specs. Yeah, your specs. I'm max special attack specs. You can't get the terrain back up, which is a big deal. We always recover here. The odd chance he randomly tries. Not random. I'll use the word randomly. It's not random, but you know what I'm saying. I don't see Black Sludge, which is great, because Goldengo. Oh, Goldie. Shadow Ball Goldie later is going to be great. We can't do shit to each other, and this is the time where Garganical gets annoying. Garganical, start getting annoying, bro. So he opts for Valiant. Problem with this is I can tech to see what you'll go for. That sucks for you, bro. What do I want to do? There's several options here. I could go to my Valiant. I could go to my Goldengo. My Goldengo is better. It's time to trick. No, not yet. Valiant doesn't matter, so it's actually it's time to trick. Give me the Pex's Rock Heal Me. I figured as much. I wasn't sure what item it was, but I knew it had something. And I can always go Garganical on it. I really could just stay in Shadow Ball spam, truth be told. But you know, why wouldn't I? What is he gonna do? Surf? And I get a Spit F drop, Chilling Water, yeah. Somebody dying here. Goes D9. That's some bullshit hacks you're getting, bro. Some bullshit hacks. That Shadow Ball, that Iron Threads finally gets to come in his balloon. The balloon! As now, Great Tusk is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's deliciously handsome and gorgeous. Garchomp dies. Yeah, let's always go Great Tusk. Even if he spin here. What would he... Goldenga doesn't make a lick of sense. Actually, I'm gonna Earthquake here. Goldenga doesn't make a lick of sense, but this being gone means one less Garganical answer for him. It does mean that I'll have to deal with his Iron Valiant the next turn. That or deal with a Goldenga right now. Spin. That Goldenga didn't make a lick of sense, as I said, but it works here as we get to spin again. Because now I know he's not switching. He goes hard Dragonite. Hard to say. I could see some Hurricane stuff coming out here. I'm gonna bulk up anyway on the odd chance he is bulky Dragonite. Yeah, he is. He could still be bulky Hurricane. You know, I've seen it. Storm ran it. Extreme Speed. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll just knock the item off. He's going for the look. I ain't mad at him. You Rapid Spin. So bulk up Donphan, but it's damn thing there. Yeah. I'm getting a better gauge of how much what that rock thing does. Like how much it takes from things. The Protect is a bitch. It is a bitch with spikes. I expected some sort of countermeasure to my Garchomp when he led the what's that shit called? The electric little thing. But he seemed to not have any countermeasure because he was just a generic Dragonite. I mean, he could have still had Ice Spinner, but why wouldn't he have Ice Spinnered my Great Tusk? He Extreme Speeded it. So he probably didn't have anything for Chomp. Okay. So let's see. Bulk up Great Tusk is phenomenal here. Especially if it is. You'll need 2 spins to get any work done, but it's damn good. Just outright, you know, it has any no ground immunity. Garchomp's fucking amazing. If he does it, if he leads anything that's not Gardevoir, that is not Dragapult Scarf, or like random Scarf Gardevoir, Mons die. My Iron Valiant. So let's break it down. What can he guard against? He can't guard against Iron Valiant very well. Guard Rock. So yeah, Garganical and Pex shut down. More importantly, Pex shuts down Great Moth or Iron Moth, whatever it's called. Rocks with Shadow Ball destroys his entire team if rocks go up, especially rocks plus spikes. Now my Great Tusk destroys his team, so you can't guard against that. If I do my Garganical things, what's his countermeasure? None exist. And he has the Great Tusk, but we're gonna Salt Cure that down to death. My only qualm is a Dragapult lead, but yeah, I don't see too much downside to Garchomping turn 1. And my game plan is to Shadow Ball Sweep or Moonblast. Moonblast disrupts Shadow Ball Sweep in the end. Don't know the Chiyu's item. I don't get the card. This must be Terra Flying. So let's say that's the case. Terra Flying EQ. Terra Flying EQ. What would I need to do about that? Terra Flying EQ. Terrifying EQ. But obviously he's not gonna just stay in and let me one-shot him with Earthquake. But Draco Meteor isn't gonna do shit. Terrifying EQ. Terrifying EQ. What would I need to do to beat that? Feed Terraflyings and Dragon Dances. Okay, this dude just led with a fucking T-Tar. It's just not good. I thought there was some. This dude just wasted his damn. Okay. I don't think EQ is gonna do 25, but I'll still click it. Oh man, this guy right here, you're gonna forfeit now in Rage. Yeah, he might forfeit, might not, depends. This guy really led T-Tar there. That's insane, and he didn't have Terraflying EQ. So Dragapult being gone obviously just means this Garchomp just wins. It just wins. Garganical, I don't know. Garganical is just a throw-in when you don't know trick. Okay, I figured something would happen just now, but I just didn't know what exactly. The funny thing about this beast is that it just salt cures. And it just long-term destroys you, right? No matter what. I don't think this is Terraflying then. Yeah, okay. Which is rough for you, because I just spin here and you die. Like your teams just die. Okay, it is Terraflying. I figured that. I mean, that did nothing. That Terraflying did 0 damage. So I bulk up and spin twice, the game's over. Do I even need the bulk up? If I bulk up, then spin next turn, because he's gonna use the Terraflying this turn. And I spin again, then he gets swept, I'm pretty sure. Okay, apparently I'm trash. So yeah. It's funny because I didn't. The only quote unquote luck was the Dragapult crit, which mattered. Obviously, I wasn't gonna kill him in one shot. So it's interesting. There was no other like a luck piece that was a factor. But it's a different game if his Dragapult was in versus my Garchomp. I don't think I would have lost the game, obviously, but it certainly would have mattered. And that's actually why I recommend thinking your things through, because you can tell he's a gut player. Didn't lead with any kind of thinking. That's why he's rushing. I need to go. And obviously that will bite you in the ass when you're versus somebody. I don't know my team particularly well, so I'm learning it as I go. But if I did and I knew the ins and out of my team, that would be a bloodbath, right? Especially if I'm playing by thinking things through versus just clicking things based on the gut and what I think you're gonna do, right? So just something to be mindful of. I wonder if he had an electric move on that, because he had rocks. So Garganical is gonna be key, but I'm actually weirdly weak to Meowscarada, and it's such a rare mon that never ever is a factor, but in this particular game it is. I've seen so many of those. What's the points on this guy? 17. Yeah, this could be a play rough user, man. I never see Sucker Punch. But so let's break this down. Garchomp is certainly the most dangerous mon on my team. If I can get rid of Great Tusk, Thunderbolt, it goes a long way. Bulk up Great Tusk is phenomenal too. I don't have Body Press, which would be great for Corviknight, but bulk up Great Tusk is great, but I need Meowscarada gone. Goldengo's alright. It can trick relevant mons, but beyond that it's just okay. Pex is damn good. So to counteract the Meowscarada, I didn't expect Garganical. Which means he probably gets hazards up for free here. Okay. You know, I've never seen other Garganical Salt Cure. Other Garganical. So I don't even know if that works. But I'll go mine. I'll go mine. It's a waste of time surfing this. Can't hazard it. So great. I didn't expect Garganical. Garchomp would have been phenomenal here. Can you imagine Garchomp leading here? That's a KO. Unless he Terra Fairies, which if I force the Fairy Terra, I guess forcing the Fairy Terra doesn't really matter versus my team. I mean, it helps. I prefer him to stay Rock, actually. That way my Great Tusk can beat it more easily. But I don't see him Terra anything else on his team. I mean, I don't see how I'm going to force him to Terra the Donphan. So yeah, we both Rocks. Question is, Salt Cure more important than Rocks? Let's see. Okay, so you can get Salt Cured. Yeah, my Garchomp's gonna go insane. It's gonna protect. It's a waste of a protect, truth be told. It's a waste of a protect. This might just be a sit show. I don't want to waste my turn protecting. So he's like, yeah. The Salt Cure. I think what does 25%? So here. My Pex is a bitch to his. So positionally, because I could Chomp. I could Chomp dip straight up. Is it Sludge? It's not Sludge, which is great. She don't want my Goldengo's item. So I'm out for Goldengo straight up. Though me going hard Goldengo here screams. And it's probably AV Tusk. I don't see an item on the Tusk either. So if it's AV Tusk, he's going to try to... I could trick the AV away and Terrifying here. Don't want to be Terrifying this game. Garganical being Fairy would help with the Meowscarada. And everything else, should be told. I don't need Terrifier. Okay. So we'll be patient here. There's no reason not to just go to my Great Tusk, especially if he's AV. Headlong Rush. That's Scarf, probably. Okay, so thank God I didn't stay in. Though I would have terrored and attacked. So you might have died. But that matters a lot. So now we get to spin. Is spinning the best way? We're staring down Corviknight. Yeah, it's best to spin, even if he's Helmet. This allows for my Garchomp to come in. So I've confirmed probably it's definitely offensive Great Tusk. You saw how much you did to me. So he's probably Scarfed. I don't have a ground immunity, so that matters a lot. I don't think he goes for Defog. Well, do I want Meowscarada in? Cause I go Goldengo. Actually, I go Goldengo here. There's very little downside. I want to go Chomp, but there is a downside in him U-turning. On my Chomp, well, isn't U-turn on Chomp? I'm staring down Meowscarada. Then I gotta worry about Trick or some sort of weird shit. Could double. Let's see. U-turn. Yeah, that punish with Rough Skin, which ends up. So he goes Garganical, which is fine by me. I get to Spike. He's Terra Fairies. Yep. But Spike's gonna go a long way. Salt Cures. Okay, you've had enough of my shit. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that, bro. So this Great Tusk being choiced is gonna be handsome for us. Salt Cure again. Yeah, we're gonna have to play a disgusting game of Salt Cure, my friend, and not a fan of it. But yours is a little more important than mine. Yours is a little more important than mine, as you are Garchomp fodder otherwise. So Salt Cure again, as he goes Pex. It's gonna double out. The problem is now, what do you double out to? Cindy makes sense. Cinderace. My qualm with the Cinderace is the court change stuff. If I recover any Ghost Cinderace. Unless he's banded, he can't kill my Valiant. A hard chomp first. Now this is risky. Okay, surf, not this is a big thing. It's a big deal. Let's see how much I'm doing to Ghost Corviknight. I've shown my life orb. I've attacked something, right? Did I attack something? I don't know. But there's no downside to Fire Blast here. Oh, good. That's a risky ass play, but works out nonetheless. Fireball should kill me from here. You can core change, but it's risky. It's risky. Here comes the great. Here comes the greatest of the Tusks. That's funny. I could Terra Grass here. If I Terra Grass, nah, I want my. If I Terra Grass, I'd KO him. But he gets a KO otherwise. If I Terra Grass, I'm actually gonna Terra Grass here. He spins. I didn't expect spin, but actually that was pretty obvious spin. Problem is now I can get toxic, obviously. So now we Garchomp. Meowscarada is not what I expected, but it works out for him. Pex can now U-turn. Maybe I shouldn't have Terra Grassed. Maybe a boy shouldn't have Terra Grassed. This is a very tough team to deal with. Gotta think this through. Gotta play this to perfection, damn near. Okay, so it's banded Meowscarada, which is fine. If he has Sucker Punch just as the time he uses it. Actually, he might not be banded. I don't know, based on that damage to Sucker Punch slash D-Scarf. It's Oscar Corviknight. It's a rapid spin into U-turn. Yeah, my Great Tusk is so important. I'll have it. Brave Bird shouldn't knock me out. Actually, it might. Yeah, it does. How do I win this? Can I win this anymore? I can. I can. I just have to play to perfection. I'm T-bolting. He goes Pex. I figured Pex would make the most sense on the front end. And then I go Pex on his Great Tusk. The Great Tusk has to actually, he could iron that. He could Headlong Rush. I just thought about that. I was like, Headlong Rush probably kills Pex from there. So I lost my Valiant, which means I can't win. Well played on the opponent's part. I didn't play this one super well. I think I gave Meowscarada too much credit and didn't think this one through. Can I still win with Garganico? And Well played, Golden Go. Maybe. This must be Scarf. This must be Scarf. All right, I'm starting to take damage from Black Sludge now. I just realized that. Yeah, I've lost. Nah, I won't forfeit yet. He saw CORES. But I'm obviously far weaker than him. I'm taking that's some stupid shit. That's some dumb shit. Like, who the fuck thought that shit up? Okay, yeah, so the game's over. He just goes to really whatever the fuck he wants. Probably picks Corby. Okay, he's gonna give Corby up. Yeah, but Cinderace, Great Tusk, all these great mons just win. So yeah, that's gonna be the game. I think we're right under 19 now. I'm gonna grab one last one to round it out. I might do another live with this team, or just do another. Because again, this takes a bit of, because there's mons that I'm not. When you're live, particularly if you're gonna go for number one, typically when somebody does that, they're using the same team repeatedly, so they know the ins and outs of the team. So we're playing this guy again. He managed to get some points back. That puts us right below 1800. This is a good one because now it gives him the opportunity to play again. Now he's known a lot of my sets. I know a few of his sets, and it's gonna cause for a more interesting showdown. So similar plan. He's gonna try to guard against my Garchomp lead this time. Otherwise, he's gonna get bodied. So phase one. Now you notice he's taking the time to think. Picks, as I said, guards against the potential 3. His Great Tusk can get Terra Flying, so I want to be mindful of that. But he doesn't seem to be Dragon Dance, so that's important. He doesn't want to get Bulk Up swept, so he's going to be mindful of that. But the only thing that can switch into a Toxic is the Iron Moth, which obviously struggles with Pex. So yeah, phase one is going to be Garganical. Obvious Tect. Tempted to go Goldengo, but there's no countermeasure. He has to Garganical. So Iron Thorns, interesting. This probably has EQ. I mean, he already showed Terra Fairy. So if I terrestrialize this and Salt Cure, what would his countermeasure be? I get Rocks up. Crit me there, of course. He's not gonna mention that, is he? No. He's not gonna. Hey, I crit you there, and that was a really important critical hit because now it forced you to go for recover and da da da. No, we're not gonna hear none of that. So rocks obviously matter here for the Chiyu primarily. And now he doesn't have the timer on. Remember how impatient he was the last time? I'm glad. He seemed to have grown from this one. I can tell he really wants to beat me. He's like, nah, I talk shit. I can't lose twice. Which makes sense. So, man, unless you're like Bandit, I don't think any variant of Great Tusk. You could spin. If I go to my Great Tusk on him, I don't even remember what he did last time. I don't think he ever sent this out. Yeah, because this got bodied and it was like leftovers, I believe. So it's Bulk Up Tusk. Okay, that's actually perfect for us for a couple reasons. One, it gives us the opportunity to have the upper hand with our Tusk. I mean, could bulk up again, but now you're Salt Cured. Yeah, it gives us the upper hand with our Tusk. You get to spin away his hazards potentially. Let's see, if I bulk up again, it's not in his best interest to. I think he probably goes Polt here. I'm thinking my worst case scenario. If he bulks up again, So I guess it's just a matter of what his Polt is. He bulks up again and I knock. Because he could get swept by this once again. Bulks up again. Oops, he's faster than me too. He's body press. Okay. So he'd need to spin again to get any real value out of the Great Tusk. But with a spin, he's probably still slower than Chomp. Me losing my Great Tusk isn't great. But yeah, he's still probably slower than Valiant. So my best bet is to bulk up again. It's a speed tie. Oh, that's big. That's big. That's a big speed tie there. So now I get to EQ. And he spins as he should. It's not a speed tie. I spun. I'm tripping. So now we spin. We keep spinning. Yeah, my best bet is to spin again. I think EQ did about that. If he's not careful, he might have just gotten swept again. EQ did about that consistently. I'd be really disappointed if it got the him sacking Iron Thorns might be game, unless he has some kind of random terra flying. Well, I'm not that fast, so if this is Scarf Iron Moth, then or his Terra Grasp Iron Moth or something like that, Terra Flying Iron Moth, I'm earthquaking every time, even if it's Terra Flying. I have no reason to switch my Great Tusk out to Terra Grass. Okay, interesting. So Valiant outspeeds, nothing to guard against Moonblast now. I've already used my terrestrialization, so I'm just checking the state of affairs. Yeah, so I always hold positions that cannot be defended. Earthquake did nothing. That does make me think he might be very bulky, but wow. So I just lost my Valiant. That's actually not good. What? Is he max HP or something? Or was he Assault Vest? How did he survive that just now? I just gave up my Valiant for really no good reason. It's just gonna bite me in the ass potentially. But because Garganical is such a problem, yeah, I can't risk him being oh yeah, I just shot a ball here. Could see Chiyu coming in. It's just a matter of what kind of Chiyu it is. I do have, at this point, my Pex can potentially guard against Pult's hard wall by Garganical. So he actually sacks the Pult because it's hard wall by Gargi. So he's like, okay, I figure I'd rather want my Iron Moth, even if it's at 0 health. So Specs Dark Pulse could come out, but that does invite back in Garganical. I think it's not Specs, which is a big deal. He's gonna Luck Fish. Most likely, yeah. Doesn't get the luck, which is a big deal. Come on, Pexy. What could Iron Moth do to me? Yeah, it's Morning Sun, which I figured. And now he just Surf Spam. No, it's not. No, we Toxic Spam because it's not. Garchomp. Yeah, why not just go Chomp? There's no downside. We go hard, Goldengo on this, and Shadow Ball spam. It's showing trick. It could have Shadow Ball or something, but it's no downside, as I said. Maybe just Shadow Ball spam. Iron Moth goes down. Chiyu can't get past Pex, which is a big deal. So we always Pex hard. Swallow is. He's gonna say that's the critical moment that he lost the game. That was the critical turn. If I hadn't missed the Will-O-Wisp, it would be over. So now Garganical beats the remainder of his team. if I go, yeah, goalie is always the play. No matter what he goes for, goalie is always the play. And trick is the correct play there. Now we just make it rain so we can 2-hit KO cheat. We're not 2-hit KO, but do a lot to cheat you. It's gonna double back to Garchomp, but I always go back, goal, then go. He has to get rid of my picks. Okay. Let me think what I want to do here. Just trick. Good play, good play. Problem is that you can't set up with Donphan. That's the problem. It's not just toxic. You can go for the EQ crit if you want, but let me think here. Yeah, you can't set up with it. So, and the crit didn't kill, so that's done deal. With Surf, there's no reason to do anything else. And Goldengo obviously kills him. So after gonna end the live here. But let me see what he says. I guess he's saying nothing. But there was no, I mean, truth be told, this is a pretty tough matchup for him. I'm sure his pride is hurt and whatnot, but I expected to actually get to 2000s this live. I'm not gonna lie, I hopped on this and like, I'm gonna go for a run. But the last opponent I played just fucked me up with the Scarlet. I always struggle with that one because it can trick, it can be banned, it can randomly. It's not that great, but if you don't have one little surprise move, will take a mon off your team. And I don't have any grass resist, so the only one is my Goldengo. You know, I don't need to explain why that's not the greatest. So yeah, we're gonna end this at 19-10. We're on the way. Hit me with the teams if you got them, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.